friends from the media, good afternoon. Welcome to today's press conference. First of all, I have an announcement to make. At the invitation of Premier of the State Council Li Qiang, Portuguese Prime Minister Luis Montenegro will pay an official visit to China from September 8th to the 10th. Now I will take your questions.
谢发言人，总台央视记者提问：您刚刚发布了
CCTV to follow up on Portuguese Prime Minister Montenegro's visit to China. Could you share with us the program and China's expectation of the visit? What's China's comment on its current relations with Portugal? This is Prime Minister Montenegro's first visit to China. During the visit, President Xi Jinping will meet with him. Premier Li Qiang and Chairman of the NPC Standing Committee, Zhao Leji, will have talks and meet with him respectively. They will have an in-depth exchange of views on bilateral relations and issues of mutual interest. The two countries enjoy traditional friendship. In recent years, under the strategic guidance of the two leaders, the two countries have stayed committed to the strategic direction featuring mutual respect, openness and inclusiveness and joint effort, and achieved outcomes in exchange and cooperation in trade, green development, technology and culture, delivering tangibly for the two peoples. This year marks the 20th anniversary of the China-Portugal Comprehensive Strategic Partnership. Through the visit, China stands ready to work with Portugal to deepen strategic mutual trust, enhance friendly exchanges, expand mutually beneficial cooperation through high-quality Belt and Road cooperation, and advance the China-Portugal Comprehensive Strategic Partnership. A recent derailment on a funicular railway in Lisbon resulted in multiple deaths and injuries. We mourn for the lives lost, and our heart goes out to the bereaved families. We wish the injured a speedy recovery. Next one, please.
谢谢。西班牙埃菲社记者
AFA, it's reported that Mexican President Shubing is considering tariff levies on countries without trade agreements with Mexico, including China. What's China's comment?
I have not heard about the specifics you have mentioned. China and Mexico economic and trade cooperation is mutually beneficial, and its fruits benefit the two peoples. China advocates a universally beneficial and inclusive economic globalization and opposes unilateralism and protectionism in any form, and discriminatory and exclusive measures. We also firmly oppose setting restrictions on China and undermining China's legitimate rights and interests with all kinds of excuses under the coercion of others. We believe relevant countries will uphold independence and properly handle relevant issues. Next question, please.
Hi, Will Glasgow from The Australian.
二人报 澳大利亚维多利亚州的前州长参加了9月3号的阅兵式，并且在红毯上与习近平见面，这招致了国内的批评，因为其中也有普京总统对乌克兰发起了战争，并且可能会兼并部分领土。中方对于维多利亚前州长招致批评有何评论？
Leaders, former statesmen, high-level officials, foreign diplomatic envoys and friends in China and international friends from many countries attended the 80th anniversary of the victory of Chinese People's War of Resistance against Japanese aggression and the World Anti-Fascist War. This show demonstrates their aspiration and determination in jointly protecting historical memory and defending peace and justice. China stands ready to work with all peace-loving countries and people to have a correct perception of history, jointly defend the fruits of World War II and the post-international order, and safeguard world peace and stability. Next question, please.
Dragon TV is reported that on September 1st, local time, the Sudan Liberation Movement Army, led by Mohammed Moore in Western Sudan, said in a statement that on August 31st, a landslide struck a village in the Mara mountain areas in central Darfur, Sudan, killing over 1,000 people, was China's comment. We noted the landslide in a village in the Mara mountain area of Western Sudan. China expressed condolences to the victims and sincere sympathies to the bereaved families. Next one, please.
Question from Bloomberg.
彭博社，南非国防部提出要推迟与中国的联合军演。中国和南非的联合军演将会在10月发生，因为这一联合军演和约翰内斯堡的20国集团峰会冲突，中方对此有何评论？
Please turn to relevant authorities for the specifics you have mentioned. China supports South Africa as the rotating chair of the G20. Next question, please.
CGTN 提问：据了解，中方已同意加入。
CGTN, we have learned that China agreed to join the New York Declaration, the outcome document of the high-level international conference for the peaceful settlement of the question of Palestine and the implementation of the two-state solution. What's your comment? The Palestinian question is at the core of the Middle East issue, and to implement the two-state solution is the only viable solution to the question. China agreed to join the New York Declaration, which is in line with our consistent position on the question. The Palestinian question is now at a crucial juncture. We support all efforts that are conducive to the political settlement of the question. We will continue to work with the international community to make unremitting efforts towards the end of the fighting in Gaza, de-escalation of the humanitarian crisis, implementation of the two-state solution, and the ultimate comprehensive, just and lasting resolution of the question. Next one, please.
Thank you, spokesperson. A question from Roy.
路透社，根据白宫官员表示，美国总统特朗普在与自愿联盟国家通话中表示，欧洲领导人必须对中国施加经济压力，因为其为俄罗斯的战争提供资金。中方对此有何评论？
China has maintained an objective and fair position regarding the Ukraine crisis. China is not the creator of or a party to the crisis. We firmly oppose using China as an excuse and firmly oppose the act of imposing so-called economic pressure on China. Next one, please.
谢谢发言人。澎湃新闻记者提问：针对外交部发言人就菲律宾纵容台湾当局。
In response to Foreign Ministry spokesperson's remarks on the Philippines allowing the visit by Taiwan authorities, the Philippine Defense Minister said China should not impose its red line on the Philippines, and that is the Philippines' sovereignty to accept Taiwan officials. Defense Minister said no government official met with Taiwan authorities, and the Philippines is committed to one China policy, but China has no right to dictate, was China's comment. China has stated its solemn position on the Philippines, allowing the visit by the head of foreign affairs of the Taiwan authorities. The Philippines has been repeatedly adopting wrongful and provocative words and deeds on Taiwan-related issues, violating basic norms governing international relations and its commitment on Taiwan-related issues, and kept undermining its relations with China, trampling on China's red line. The Philippines will pay for the cost and bear the consequences. We have noted that the Defense Minister of Philippines has repeatedly adopted wrongful and provocative words and deeds on Taiwan-related issues. This has violated China's red lines. China does not allow this, and we firmly oppose this. We are warning the Philippines that anyone who wants to provocate on the Taiwan question will eventually drop the rock on his own feet. We urge certain people in the Philippines stop playing the role as the crown who wants attention. Next question, please.
Thank you. The Australian again.
二人报。澳政府在周三并未派任何部长或代表出席阅兵式，这和10年前2015不同。当时澳总理出席了，但是这一次，即使是澳驻华大使也不在，他当时是在广州。当问及这一情况时，澳总理表示，这一情况现在非常不同，我们没有派任何政府代表参加，因为这不合适。这并不会是我会想的事情，本届政府也不会这么做。中方对于澳总理阿尔巴尼斯的评论和解释有何回应？
中国隆重。
China has solemnly held commemorative events marking the 80th anniversary of the victory of Chinese People's War of Resistance against Japanese aggression and the World Anti-Fascist War to remember history and create a better future. In the World War II, Chinese and Australian people has upheld justice and fought together. China is ready to work with all peace-loving countries and people to consolidate the right perception of history and uphold the outcomes and the international order after post-World War II to safeguard world peace and stability. Next question, please.
AFP, Anthropic, a U.S. company, announced to stop an AI service to China-based companies because of the security risks brought by autocratic government. What's China's comment?
I have not heard about the specifics. What I would like to stress is that China has firmly opposed using technological and economic issues as a weapon or politicizing these issues. This is not in the interest of any party. Next question, please.
Thank you. The Australian again.
二人报，周三当天，阅兵式当天，澳大利没有派部长或者是官员，但是澳海军军舰与加拿大、菲律宾和美国军舰在南海联航，是在中国媒体所称的南海专属经济区联航。中方对此有何评论，以及对于这一联航的时间有何评论？
The PLA South Nicosia Theater has responded to this issue. I'm sure you have noticed. Relevant countries has conducted so-called joint operations in the South China Sea is to demonstrate their strength and stoke confrontation. This will only elevate tension and disrupt regional stability. China's resolve in safeguarding its territorial interests and maritime rights and interests is firm, and we urge relevant countries to stop forming blocs in the South China Sea and stop undermining regional peace and stability. Next question, please.
AFP, U.S. President said he planned to change the name of the Defense Department, to its original name, the Department of War. What's China's comment?
This is an internal affair of the U.S. I will not comment on this issue. Next question, please.
AFP, U.S. President Donald Trump said he would levy tariffs on companies who didn't relocate their semiconductor industries in the United States. What's China's comment?
China's position on tariffs is consistent and clear. Next question, please.
The Australian again, but a non-Australian or broader question.
二人报，关于阅兵式。澳驻华大使和部长没有参加阅兵式，还有许多和澳大利亚相关的国家，比如说日本一些自由民主国家，像美国，他们在2015年参加了阅兵式。但是10年后，他们没有参加。但是朝鲜领导人金正恩出席了。对于出席的外宾领导人，这一改变意味着什么？之前还有大使级别的人物参加，如今也没有了。
9月3日
September the 3rd is the anniversary of the victory of Chinese People's War of Resistance against Japanese aggression in the World Anti-Fascist War. It is a day commemorative to peace-loving countries and people across the world. These events were to remember history and the heroes fallen, and to cherish peace and create a better future. Next question, please.
So a question from Bloomberg.
彭博社。我们这一周日程十分繁忙，有上合峰会，习近平主席和许多领导人会面，包括 莫迪、普京还有金正恩，而且还有阅兵式。我的问题是，您能否从中国的角度描述一下，比如说人们用很多词，比如说非常的具有活力，非常生动。从您的角度来看，您对于这一周的活动有何描述？以及西方的国家应该如何去看待这一周的活动？你认为他们应该接受到什么信号，获得什么信息？这一周的活动都十分重要，所以在这一周的最后一天工作日，中方能否描述一下这些活动所释放的信息
？About the SCO Summit, Tianjin Summit, and the commemorative events marking the 80th anniversary of the victory of Chinese People's War of Resistance against Japanese aggression and the World Anti-Fascist War, we have released relevant press statements. As the SCO chair of 2025, we have successfully held the summit for Mr. Wang. In the press conference following the summit, we have released outcomes regarding the summit. We will work with all SCO members to advance in the new phase of high-quality development of the SCO and jointly safeguard regional peace and stability. Before I just introduce the purpose of holding the commemorative events, to remember history is to cherish peace and create a better future for all humanity. Next question, please.
I've asked a lot of questions, so we'll just keep.
二人报我会问得很快。你刚才表示这一周的活动激烈二战的活动适合所有爱好和平的国家一起。那您认为俄罗斯是一个爱好和平的国家吗？是或是不是呢？
This year marks the 80th anniversary of the victory of the World Anti-Fascist War. We noted that many countries, including Australia, have celebrated this day. As for the question you have mentioned, China's position regarding the Ukraine crisis is consistent and clear. China's development and its relations with China follows the principle of non-alignment and not targeting any third party. And non-confrontation. Next question, please.
Once again, so yes or no?
二人报，那么俄罗斯到底是不是一个爱好和平的国家？
我刚才
I have answered your question. Next one, please. Any more questions? Lastly, I would like to thank all friends from the media to report on the SCO Tianjin Summit and the commemorative events for your work and efforts. And lastly, I hope you enjoy a happy weekend. Thank you.